Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Aziz. Today I will present to you about our course site Human Anatomy and Physiology under the topic of cell and tissue. As you can see here at the main page, which is we have the component of the course site. Number one is my guru, we have attendant, and then introduction, and then objective, and then cell and tissue, and then we have basic knowledge quiz, and then we have cell and tissue normal, we have cell and tissue injuries, we have cell and tissue increasing age, we have quiz time, we have cell and tissue disease, we have cell and tissue hereditary, we have quiz time, we have video cell and tissue, we have offline question, and then we have question answer, and the last one is outline. As you can see here at the left of the page, we have the bar, which just will make the student more easy to access. Okay, we will go into one by one. Okay, number one is my guru. As you can see here, the list of the teacher. Number one is Aziza Faiz, and then Muhammad Shafiq bin Aziz, which is me, and we have Noaim binti Muhammad Azni. And then the next page is attendance. We are using Google Form. As you can see here, it will make the student easy to fill up the attendance. They just have to fill up the information, and then we go into introduction of Google site. As you can see here, basically the summarize is about this site will make the student and the teacher will be more easier to learn about process online. And then we go into objective. We have explain in the page of objective, we have number one, explain the definition of cell and tissue, and we have identify cell and tissue type, and then we have state the structure and function of each cell that make up, and then we have state an example of the cell that make up an organism, state the allocation of each type of tissue on the human structure, and we have normal and problematic cell and tissue condition, and the last one we have describe cell and tissue condition caused by increasing age, suffering from several types of disease, and influenced by hereditary factor. And then we go through into introduction of human cell and tissue. As you can see here, the introduction. Tissue also consists of 4 parts, as you can see here. And then the student will get into know about type of cell here, type of tissue, and we provide you about, some picture or diagram for them to know and understand more about it. And then we go into type of cell, structure and function of cell. The student will know about plasma membrane, the structure and the function, and then cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome, and then we have centriole. At the bottom of the page, we have cell in the human body, which is tissue cell, number 2 red blood cell, number 3 nervous cell, number 4 muscle cell, and 5 white muscle cell, and the last one is reproductive cell. Okay, actually student can choose whether they want to click at the right of the page, which is here, and or at the left of the page, which is here. It's the same. So the student just have to choose where are they comfort. We go into type of tissue. Here, as you can see here, we have epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and then we have nervous tissue. And then at the bottom we have the role and locate of this type of tissue, which is we have squamous, cuboidal, columnar, and then at connective tissue we have bone tissue, adipose cell, blood, muscle tissue we have skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, and smooth muscle. And then the nervous tissue we have neuron and glial cells. And then after that we have some question for them. Actually the teacher designed it for them to measure the comprehension of their student, whether they understand or not about the introduction of cell and tissue. We have cell and tissue identification quiz, and then we have type of tissue quiz, and then we have form and true about tissue. And then we go through into set and tissue normal, which is we have blood cell, we have bone cell and muscle tissue, and also epithelial tissue. As you can see here, the student just have to click at here for them to go one by one. As you can see here, the page of blood cell, 3 main type, 1, 2, 3, and then yes, some of picture or diagram for them. And then we go into bone cell. We have 3, actually 4: osteoclast, osteocyte, osteogenic cell. And then, as you can see here, the diagram. And you can see here. So we go into muscle tissue. And here you can see the children can learn about muscle tissue. As you can see here, we have skeletal muscle tissue, smooth muscle tissue, and then cardiac muscle tissue. And then we provide you a picture for them to know and learn more, to more understand about it. And then we have muscle tissue location. We go into epithelial tissue. As you can see here, we have epithelium, the definition, then epithelial tissue section here. As you can see here, some of a picture. And then we go into tissue injuries. The tissue caused by injuries. We have bruises, we have laceration, and we have transfold. If the student want to know about one by one, they just have to click at the bruise and laceration and transfold. As you can see here at the left, there are 3. And then we go into set and tissue increasing age, caused by increasing age, which is we have osteoporosis, and then we have Alzheimer. For students to know further about this, they just have to click here. And then we go into osteoporosis page. As you can see here, definition, the picture or diagram. As you can see here, normal, bone matrix, and osteoporosis. And the student can compare between this. And then we have this factor of osteoporotic fracture. And then we provide you and tell you about the treatment of osteoporosis, some of point that you can learn and know. And then we go into Alzheimer. As you can see here, the definition of Alzheimer, and then some of the picture, Alzheimer symptom, where we can know and learn about at the picture. There are a lot of information actually here. And then we have factor and risk about Alzheimer's disease. And then we have the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. And then the progression of Alzheimer. The student need to know and learn about it one by one because it is the progression of Alzheimer. As you can see here, from here, healthy brain and go to mild Alzheimer's disease, and then it will become worse. It will become into severe Alzheimer's disease. Actually, this picture will help you to know and to understand more. And then after this, we go into quiz time. We provide you quiz. As I mentioned before, these quiz are made for the student to measure the comprehension or the understanding of the student. We have quiz with cell and tissue normal, quiz about cell and tissue, and then we have cell and tissue increasing age. And then we go into cell and tissue disease. We have sarcoidosis, anemia, and sarcoma. When you click here, and then we go into the sarcoidosis. As you can see here, the definition, the picture, and then we go into anemia. We go into anemia. Here, anemia definition, some of the picture or diagram we provide to you. And then the anemia symptom. As the anemia becomes worse, more symptoms will be experienced, such as you can see here, the sum of point, and then picture for you, some information for you. And then we have the sarcoma. We have at the anemia, we have sarcoma, as you can see here, the definition. And then some of picture as you can see here. And then we go into this, and then we go to cell and tissue caused by hereditary. We have the disease albinism, the disease thalassemia, and then lipoma. We go one by one. Albinism. The definition of albinism disease. The symptom, as you can see here, skin, hair, eye color. Some of the picture of albinism. And then as you can see here, the eyes, which is at the left is albinism eyes, and then at the right is a normal eye. And then the next is thalassemia. As you can see here, the definition of the thalassemia. And then this some picture, normal red blood cell and thalassemia main form red blood cell. As you can see here, they have different about these two. And then we go into thalassemia factor occur, and then we have symptom of thalassemia, and then we also provide you about thalassemia treatment. As you can see here, we have chelation therapy, some bone transfer, and then blood transfusion. And then the next page is lipoma. As you can see here, the period of lipoma, the definition of lipoma, and then the cause of lipoma. We have sign and symptom of lipoma, some of the picture, and then type of lipoma lumps. The list that we have, and then the picture of the lipoma, as you can see here, the three picture, and then lipoma treatment we provide to you. And then we have quiz about cell and tissue injuries and hereditary. We have quiz about cell and tissue disease, cell and tissue hereditary, and then cell and tissue disease and hereditary using by quizzes application, which is they are more easy for them to access and to measure their comprehension about this topic. And then we have video cell and tissue. At the page we have a lot of video and a lot of information for them to get into further about cell and tissue topic. We have a video here. They just have to click at the video, and then the video will be played, and from there the student will know and get more information about cell and tissue, and maybe more understanding way. And then we have offline question. We have question here. List the organization structure of human cell and tissue. Number 2, what is meant by cell and tissue. Number 3, what are the examples that show the location of each type of tissue in human structure. And then we have number 4, compare and contrast muscle tissue and nerve tissue. Number 5, why do you think about the importance of cell and tissue in human life? Number 6, describe how the mechanism of blood clotting help to prevent infection when one occur. And then the next page is the question of the answer. Question number 1, answer number 1, answer number 2, answer number 3, answer number 4. Answer number 4, answer number 5, and the last one is answer number 6. Alright, after that we go into hotline, which is the last page of our website. If you had any problem and question regarding this Google site, please do contact us. We have Azrael, Shafi, and then Miss Ain. As if the student have a problem and want to get know further about this topic, they can just contact us at here. As you see here, our barcode. So that's all of our Google site. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.